My name's Levi and I'm a cartoonist. And I wanted to tell you about a new webcomic I'm working on called Open Your Eyes. Open Your Eyes is a retelling of the story of Sleeping Beauty from the perspective of the prince who shows up at the end of the story. If you've read the Grimm's fairy tale, you're probably familiar with the basic outline of the story. Evil fairy curses a princess. Princess falls asleep for 100 years. Then 100 years later, a prince shows up, kisses the princess, breaks the curse, and everyone lives happily ever after. As I started to think about it, it occurred to me that the prince was an interesting character to view the whole story through. What would we do if we showed up 100 years after all the major events in a story had happened? How would we process what we saw without any context? I don't think any of us would leap to the conclusion that the root cause of all the issues we saw was a girl asleep somewhere and that she needed to wake up. And it seemed interesting to me. It seemed like a fun way to look at this old story and retell it through kind of fresh eyes. If you want to read it, go to levi.panels.so. You can read the first few pages that are up there. I will be publishing 1 to 2 pages each week, and I'd like to ask you to leave your email address by clicking the subscribe button. That way, every time I publish a new page, at least once a week, you'll get an email in your inbox